Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Mary Lou Brock, who is the Main Street Director for the City of Lebanon, and they just had a program that wrapped up for the possibility of revamping the Main Street program here in Lebanon. So let's get a little bit of history about the Main Street program itself and what you're trying to do.
Well, the Lebanon became a part of the state Main Street program in 1992, and since then we've done several things in the downtown area with the new sidewalks, street lamps, putting the overhead wiring underground, and those types of things. In the last few years, our Main Street program has kind of gone downhill a little bit. We've still been active, but we haven't really accomplished a lot. And so now with this program this morning, we want to try to get some new excitement going with the downtown people to see if we can't get this Main Street program back up and running, get some things accomplished, and to start anew.
Okay. Now I know with the Main Street program, it includes more than just Main Street itself, right? There's a couple of blocks down there, is that correct?
Right. It goes from Harrison to College, from Mulberry up to Center Square.
Okay, and it is for local businesses primarily, or is it residential as well?
Well, we could help residential people as well. There's a few other elements that you use for residential than with the retail and the service centers downtown. But yes, the residential can be included.
Okay, and you had a program here. It was moderated by Patricia Crossman, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the Small Business Development Center with the University of Kentucky?
Right. She was very kind to come in this morning and facilitate our program with us this morning. She kept everybody on track. She is very knowledgeable in other Main Street programs throughout the state of Kentucky. And our Main Street program is not unique. Every community in this state is having problems keeping their main streets viable with the retail and the service, like the lawyers and banks and those types of things. So we're not unique in that we're having these kinds of issues, because all communities have those. But we're trying to now address some of those issues, get some people involved, get some new ideas, some new excitement going on.
And you had about 20 different people from the community who were on here today?
Yes, we were very pleased with the turnout. We wish we could have had some more of the retail people here, but I know that they're busy, but we had a good turnout, some good ideas. We have set another meeting for May 20th at 5:30 here at our office. And if anyone out there hears this and wants to come, we want to invite you to please get involved and give us your ideas on what you would like to see the downtown area become.
Okay, great. So again, that's going to be May the 20th here at the Economic Development Office. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be at 5:30, right?
5:30,
right?
Yes.
So everyone is welcome to attend. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gary.
I'm here now with Patricia Crossman, who is the moderator for the program here about the Main Street program in Lebanon. She's with the Kentucky Small Business Development Center. And what were some of the feedback that you received today?
Well, first of all, to set the stage, and Mary Lou may have shared this earlier, I know you interviewed her, is that we really, I was just the catalyst to help pull the community leaders together and business people to determine what the future of Lebanon Main Street program looks like. And the feedback I got, really the main feedback was that this is an important part of the community, and that there was a consensus and really an overwhelming response that they wanted to keep this momentum going and to invest in the future of Lebanon and the Main Street program.
So have you done this with other programs around the state?
Well, I'm actually just a facilitator. The Small Business Development Center Network is we work with small businesses, as you know, to help them grow and support their community. So, no, actually, there have been variations around the state, but this came about because of the need recognized through Tom Lund and Mary Lou and the mayor and others that, we have a strong community presence, but perhaps we're not operating at the best that we could to make our community what it can be. So, we haven't done anything specifically like this. So I think it says a lot about your community that that was a recognized area, and that the communities, the people that were here today are willing to take on that challenge and for the betterment of the community.
Now, they're going to have another meeting coming up soon. Are you going to be part of that as well?
I will, if need be. I think that my role really as the facilitator was just to ensure that we were on track. A facilitator is someone who just kind of keeps momentum, makes sure we don't get bogged down into a particular area. But yes, I'm sure if need be, I'll be here, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But I'm certainly want to be a part of that effort because I think it's a valuable commitment and something that we want to help with. And a big part of the Small Business Development Center is economic development, and this is such a true sense of economic development from a holistic view of a community.
Now, you're saying there are different areas that you touched upon. What were some of the areas that you primarily focused on today?
Well, we talked about initially, is this an important part? One of the pieces is there is an established Main Street program, so that was defined, and there were some input from the mayor, from his perspective, from some of the other community and government leaders, from Mary Lou, who actually is the Main Street program director, and Tom Lund, who's economic development. And through that interaction, there was developed that consensus, and we really took a vote to see, do you want to move forward with this? Is this something that we want to see happen and continue? And that was the first step. The second step then was to see what will this look like. So we had quite a bit of interaction, and just people shared their opinions from their perspective of what the community needed and what an overriding umbrella organization could do to further this effort. So that was the second piece, and honestly we were here for an hour and a half, and that in itself was quite an accomplishment, I think, because there was just an overwhelming response that yes, we want to do something and we want to see this develop. And maybe it's not working exactly as well as it could now, but what can we do to make that happen? So the next step really was defined as there was a commitment that we would move forward, or the community would move forward, that there would be a next meeting in 2 weeks, sooner rather than later, and that the next step is a visioning process to see what the vision is going to be for this organization and how all of the organizations within the community can come together to support it. So the last thing really I'd say that I took away from this was a commitment on organizational parts to say, okay, we need to work together, and how can we do that? And so that's really the strength of a community is those organizations that are there already and doing good work. How can you come together to make sure that the synergy is there?
I'm here now with Gary Crenshaw, the mayor of Lebanon. And what's your feedback after this meeting here?
I was very impressed with the meeting. I was impressed with our facilitator, and the fact that she's not from here, I think was an added plus, because she came in with no preconceptions or agendas, and it was all about the things we discussed, and her helping us stay on focus with the ideas.
So what do you think will be the next step? I know there's a meeting in 2 weeks, but what's your hope for Main Street in Lebanon?
As you said, we'll be having another meeting in 2 weeks, and I'm sure this group and those that join it will define what their goals are. But from the city standpoint, there are many things that the city as a local government cannot do with regard to buildings, with regard to renovation, with invigorating downtown. But we can be a support player, and we can be a partner in those things. And so it's important that our Main Street Committee, as we're discussing it now, which not only encompasses the core downtown area, but would affect the whole community of Lebanon. It's important that we have an organization to bring all the groups together that are acting in Lebanon for the benefit of Lebanon, and then come to some common goals that we can achieve together. And right now we don't have a venue for doing that. So I'm looking forward to the next meeting.
So our final two questions. What would you consider to be Main Street in Lebanon's strongest point and their weakest point as of right now?
Well, are you talking about the Main Street organization or in particular?
No, just Main Street in general. Along Main Street.
You know, on any given day, we can lose a business or gain a business. You know, there's some businesses on Main Street that are that critical. I think one thing that the Main Street Committee can do is explore ways to have incubator businesses or have special projects for facade renovation. We've done that in the past. And making sure that our businesses downtown are as viable as we can help them be. The other thing is promoting different things like, you know, we always have Dickens, and Main Street has always done that, but that we can partner up with tourism, the chamber, and other groups, as we've done in the past, but we continue to do that. The Main Street organization in the last 2 or 3 years has struggled somewhat, and really we're just trying to, first of all, see if we need it. Second of all, see if we can invigorate it. And the third thing is come up with a mission statement, and then with that mission statement, set some goals that are achievable.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
Okay,
Again, I've been talking with Lebanon Mayor Gary Crenshaw following the Main Street revitalization meeting. This has been Gary White for Channel 6 Television.